Sure.
What up, Kings?
What's going on, Kings? Welcome back, Vibe Tribe. This is episode number 2 of Young Kings University Heartstorm. And welcome. Who do we have here?
The one and only Alex Courtney.
Sean. That really caught me off guard, bro. I was not expecting that at all.
That's what we do around here, guys.
Yo,
we keep
Sean, when
on
you
our
coming,
toes.
Sean?
When are you gonna make it out here, Sean? Oh man, I love it. Alex, I love to see that you're still out in Arizona. This is Alexander John. So happy to see you guys today. I wish it was in person. I was still out in Arizona, but really happy to do the second Master Heart, guys. And for everyone who's listening to this recording, Twice as Fit merged with the YKU brothers this weekend. We had a great time in Sedona, great time coming together. Only King moves, guys. This is what we do.
It's the only standard. It's the only standard.
The standard and ideal. And Carlos, thanks for starting the YKU and thanks for including all of us. Happy to be here today, guys.
It's all love. I'm glad you guys see the light. I'm glad you guys see the light and are down for this mission. This is really powerful what we're doing, and I think it's a lot of the work that we're gonna be doing is gonna be like this in person. We have a lot coming. I'm working on YKU Europe for next year this week. So we're gonna have a few different stops and yeah, I think a lot of the things that are coming for YKU is gonna be in person and spaces like this where we get to connect. Like, bro, right now, right before this call, we just did like 4 rounds of Wim Hof and just did a really nice breathwork session because the work needs doing. And honestly, I think that's a great place to start. How was that meditation for you guys? How was that breathwork?
It was awesome. So good.
Let's make Alex feel bad real quick.
Yeah, man, what are you doing to regulate nervous system, bro?
Oh man. So what I just did to regulate my nervous system is I just had dinner with a good friend of mine and her kiddos, and it's some straight up king work, man, dealing with the kids and hanging out with my friend, and it was really nice joking with them and having fun. So what I love too about what you're saying is guys, like, training and this work can be done anywhere, anytime. And I think that's important for these young kings to know. And although a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing in person, like, getting out on the hikes, meditating, doing that work, it's definitely a target to aim at. But for everybody out there, start where you're at. And I'm a perfect example right now. I just got done consulting. I'm in the car. I'm staying safe. I'm keeping my eyes on the road, and I'm doing this training and I'm doing this work with you guys now. So, Kings, there's no excuses. We're here to help and we're here to support. And this Master Heart call is all about thinking, being in action, and we all meet in the heart together. So that's where I'm at today, gentlemen. That's how I'm regulating my nervous system.
Crown himself, for real. There you go.
So what are some of the heart intentions in our heart today?
One of my biggest intentions, to be honest, is to talk about the Young Kings Blueprint that is available on Amazon right now. It's co-authored by some amazing humans. Look at this. You get yours today. I love what we're doing here. I think as men we need structure, but we also, like Alex talks about this, we don't like being handheld. We want to be given tools so that we can be independent. Especially as a teacher, I am very into promoting independence with my students, with my coaching clients, and the blueprint is a great starting place for so many men in today's world. There's so many new statistics coming out about the current state of men's health. And this covers most of the biggest problems that men have in today's world, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's definitely what I want to talk about, and I want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you guys think about the blueprint?
Yeah, I think no more concise work has been done, but in the correct order. I think a lot of times
From the inside out.
Yeah, from the inside out, because a lot of times Kings will be, on socials. And I don't know if you guys have been on scrolling and stuff and you see all this hustle work. Like, you got to like put in the work and grind 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be there. And then,
Yeah.
freaking, that's all professional work. That's what, pillar 4?
Three.
Excuse me, pillar 3. And that's after all the other work has been done. Your shadow work and communication
and physical work.
Shadow work and physical work. See, so I'm not perfect, not a perfect king, and that's what I'm struggling with here. But yeah, man, that's what I really think. I think the way that you put it in the order that you did it in was brilliant. Absolutely.
Team effort for sure.
It's awesome.
Well, there's a certain sequence to it, guys. It's like, like when Carlos and I were writing the book, we were really intentional about the sequence. And, behind the scenes, when Sean and I were doing the big part of the physical work and talking about the shadow work, what we really settled on is that we got to look at ourselves first. We got to be able to strengthen our weaknesses, and that helps build confidence. The physical work really helps bring it in and helps us anchor it in. When we get that self-confidence, we start to understand what we really want to do with our career, our professional work. And then that guides us to the social networks that we need to be a part of. So Kings, like, we live in a day and an age where information is so readily available, but the sequence at which it's delivered is really helpful. And we got to checkmark certain boxes to get to certain levels.
Yeah, you can't microwave this process, bro. You can't microwave it. You can't hack your way into understanding yourself better and really aligning yourself with your purpose. This is
Couldn't have been better said.
Right. And at the end of the day, like this work needs doing. And I say this all the time, and you can't go around it. If you really want to get to that next level, if you really want to actually gain clarity as to what your purpose is, what value you bring to society, the inner work, that shadow work that I was just talking about, it can't be skipped. It can't be skipped. You could probably climb pretty high up, honestly, in most like social ladders, but the ability for you to stay there and actually sustain that level it's not there. It's developed in the shadow work. It's developed in the physical work.
Yeah. Well, and Carlos and actually Ollie for that matter, like, I think we can attest, it's like, typically what holds us back is not happiness, and it's not strength or confidence. And when we do that shadow work and we're honest with ourselves, much of the time that's what really helps activate higher levels, because it helps us lighten our load. And the example I like to use is, you can have the best backpack in the world, and if you have potatoes filled in it and they're all rotten, and you want to bring in something new, higher level, and your backpack's full of those potatoes, those rotten potatoes, you're not going to just shove the new potatoes in your bag. You got to clear out the old bag. And then what do? You toss those old potatoes on the ground, and if, depending on the level of work, maybe you're going to throw them into your regenerative garden and you're going to use it as fertilizer and turn it into soil. So it's a real critical part of it to keep things flowing.
Nah, for sure. And honestly, especially in today's world, there's so much change happening. There's so much change happening. The amount of screen time for most men is just just straight up every year, just continues to increase every single day. And honestly, I think it's going to increase more once we start getting the glasses going. People are going to be doing more VR. It's just going to become more and more available for everyone. And if we're not centering yourself, if we're not grounding yourself, if we're not doing the shadow work, if we're not really integrating with our emotions and our traumas and our lived experiences, we're gonna be in trouble. Like the suicide rates are gonna continue to go up. Like it's just what we're seeing. And the good thing is that we have tools. That's what I love about what we're doing, is that we have tools, and we have a community of people who are excited to share them. Like, we're not gatekeeping shit. Like, we're like, hey, look, like, this is what's working. This is 100 years of life experience right here. This is 50 years of professional experience right there. And then all the other stuff that's in this cool group as well, because this recording is going to be on there. And we're just going to continue to add more to our curriculum to really educate and equip young kings to take on the world, and not just survive, but fucking thrive and actually crown themselves, be the kings that they are meant to be. Does that make sense?
Guys, I mean,
Speaks for the group.
God, dude.
it's 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 so critical right now in this day and age of AI. It's so critical that we do that self work and develop ourselves and develop our competence. You guys, I've seen so many students and so many students like their kids, how they're having so much trouble finding jobs because they're submitting their resume and there's like 300 other applicants. And this is not just in tech work. This is like across the
Everywhere,
board.
everywhere. And behavioral
So
analysis and psychology is the same.
and it's beautiful because there's a lot of opportunities and people are applying, but like it's more important than ever that you make yourself stand out. And when you do that shadow work and you're taking care of yourself physically and you're really dialed in with your career, like you're going to start shining. And it's really easy to get caught up in all the negativity and like, oh shit, this is bad and this is that. But the reality is the book is all about practical, positive application so that you can really stand out and you can really be the king that you're supposed to be.
Yeah, do you mind if I build on that? What you're
Go
saying?
for it. Please, man. I'm passing the ball. Here you go.
I'm gonna catch it, Odell.
Look at Aaron shining with the sunset behind him, though. That's a king right there. You got the crown on.
Y'all are on a freaking movie set, guys.
You
guys are on a movie set. It's so gorgeous.
It's amazing.
I was in the darkness. Now I'm wrapped up in the light. Oh, that's like a Russ. That's like a Russ lyric. Anyway, I got them in my brain. No, anyway. Yeah, so for me, I would say a lot of young kings nowadays are struggling with just the day to day. It's like I know all these things, but how do I get them done? How do I actually implement? I know I have some trauma. I know I have some things I got to work through. How do I find the time and the mental emotional space to really go through that shadow work in that closet for myself? Because then when I do go down that hole, like that rabbit hole, maybe I'm not comfortable with myself yet. Maybe I haven't done that work yet, of course, and that's what is emotionally disturbing me, and it can be really hard. I mean, I've been in a place where I'm so intense on the shadow work and just wanting to get it done, treating it like a project, treating it like it's like the emotions are out of it instead of really taking into account that. And it can be really damaging. I mean, I think I did more damage to myself than was necessary because I didn't have this blueprint. I was going on it alone. I was trying to figure out how to ruminate in what I was like really learning and really like learning about myself, even if it wasn't necessarily true. And I was doing literal physical damage to my body, guys. Like whenever I would think about a poor problem, like if you look at neuroscience and neurocircuitry, if you're thinking about something, it doesn't matter if it's a real or imagined event, it's gonna affect your nervous system. So that's exactly what I was doing, and I was just stuck. So I don't know if you guys have anything that's coming up for you, but where can a young king go to just get that momentum, just get started?
I would definitely say, definitely to tap into the community. I think that's step into to surround yourself with people who are on the same path. Sometimes we get isolated. We might not have people in your school that have the same mentality, or work, or in your city. So connecting with people, having access to this, like I think that would probably be the first step for most young men. And I love the blueprint because it gets you in the groove of reading. A lot of men need to sit down and actually read a physical book more often. And if you're not a physical book reader, like just by being part of the YKU school community, you have access to the blueprint. Like you can just go and read the whole thing. Like you can read it on your phone. It's cool. But really give yourself the tools first before you try to figure out like all of life. Because like Aaron said, like when you try to figure everything out, it can be very overwhelming and you can hurt yourself more than anything. Like honestly, I know Aaron gave me permission to share this, but we are literally in this mountain right now. Yeah. If you look behind here, like There's there's like the second tallest peak. Yeah, there you go. Aaron's gonna show us.
There it is. Y'all, you can see that? Looks like Gandalf's hat. Yeah, I was at the top of that. Yup. I almost died in the hospital. I hiked that peak right up there. Came back down. Oops, sorry, not that one. This one. I came back down to the bottom. And this guy had to drive me to the hospital, into the ER, because I wasn't taking care of myself. I was trying to do it all alone. And that was the first time I had to accept help, like a life or death situation. Before I was very proud.
And that's why they teach us. They teach us to, to do that. But
Isolate, do it all on your own. I had no community, zero. I had one best friend, and you're looking at.
Seriously.
And I needed that.
Seriously.
So I'd say community, you're right on the nose. You don't know what you don't know. I'll say I was very stubborn to not join a community because we're taught to divide and conquer. You can't show weakness. Because if you do, you're going to get destroyed by other people. Because most people don't care. Because they have their own stuff they're trying to survive on their own. So how do we create healing and get out of isolation? Join a community with the values that you want to embody. Join a community that lifts each other up instead of tries to compare and freaking go after each other's throats. And it's so brutal. I think it's so brutal. I'd say specifically with men groups. I'm going off on a tangent here. Speak it. But you guys, I don't know
this is what it's all about.
In here, and you have a group dynamic, and then pretty quickly you guys understand. You guys learn your pecking order. Whatever. Oh, I can't go, there. I can't say that to him. Oh, I don't know if I'm joking, whatever. And there's this unspoken pecking order. I heard that they've done studies on behavior of kids, and when you look at how kids just play in free form, men and how they play is way different than women. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you look at men and they're playing, usually it's a sport game, and usually whatever sports they're doing, they rank each other and they know the rules, and when something's not going on, they fix it. With women, they're just they play with more like dolls. They're more it's less about who's winning, and it's more about just connecting and being. And if something starts to go wrong, they'll say oh, I don't want to play anymore. They just remove themselves.
That's such a good point. And I think that's what I love about Q is that, we highlight how powerful women are and how much we can learn from them. Because, look at being super manly, look at where it's gotten most of masculinity. Really leaning into some of the skills that women have, and really being willing to humble ourselves and put that pride aside and learn those skills that women are naturally so fucking good at. I think it's so important, bro. I think it's so important. Women are just magical. Women are magical.
And coming from the only Latino of our group right now, women absolutely are.
Yeah.
That's the phrase coined by you.
True.
I think so. I've said it a million times, but
I love it. I'll take it.
Women are genius, though, bro.
Yeah.
They're this untapped genius. I think our society. This is a way bigger conversation, but our society puts down women's genius and tells them to be more like men, and then tells men to not embrace their masculine drive. I think it's insane. I don't know. Have you guys ever experienced feeling you got to kind of play smaller? Maybe that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
How is that for you guys?
Just depends on the context.
We get a more seasoned experience. What was it like growing up for you, if you don't mind my asking, in school? What was outlined for men and
not stuff that is taught in this book, that's for sure.
Damn right. Told to shut up, consume, conform, comply.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you're a young boy who wants to go outside. You got energy? Let me give you ADHD meds. Here, this is literally amphetamine. Here. You're 6 years old.
There you go.
You're gonna be taking this the next 12 years.
Stay in this AC in this room with like closed windows and like artificial light.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's like I don't get why he's
regulating.
Yeah, I don't understand why he can't stay focused.
He's a bad boy.
So crazy. But gentlemen, I think this conversation has been awesome. I just wanna I wanna leave it there. I wanna leave it there. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
That's good.
We got a few gems for another call.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, because you just gave me like three conversation ideas. That's 3 calls right there.
Comment what you want us to do next. What were the 3?
Yeah, what?
Shadow work, pro work, and physical work.
Yeah.
Out of those 3, which you guys want us to do next? Comment below. See you guys in the next one.
We'll talk about that.
Conversations.
Sounds good. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, definitely engage in the group. Drop in the comments like what you guys want to see for this calls as well. But jump on these calls. Like, you guys have access to this. Go on the calendar, like, add this to your calendar. Make time for these. Especially if you don't have anyone around. Like, getting an hour of actual connection time is gonna drastically improve your life. So I would say engage with the community. Go introduce yourself in the school community. Go drop your name, where your city, and your favorite song. That's all you got to say. And literally go engage. Go share some stuff with the guys. Connect with some of the other guys that are in the group. There's like 30 guys on here, so go reach out. And yeah, at the end of the day, swing by Amazon for the blueprint. Young Kings blueprint, level up, lead, and thrive in the AI age. We're gonna be out here. I'm thinking we're gonna go up this mountain to go see the sunset and probably go get some food. So, Alex, we love you, bro. Anything else you want to say, gentlemen, before we jump off?
I'm really happy I got to sit in on this spontaneously. This was great, guys.
Let's go.
God is great. Much more to come. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, guys. See you guys next time.
Yeah.